So a brand new patch is finally out for Marvel's Avengers, which is version 1.7.0, which has officially been called the Red Room Takeover event. Now, if you are pretty much familiar with what's been going on, you know that that's going down in 2 days. So May the 20th is when we are getting a brand new piece of content for this game. Now, I do have a very important question to ask you guys, and that is, how long does it actually take you if you were to go ahead and just sit down and play Marvel's Avengers almost like consistently, or like on average, right, I guess you could say. How long would it take you to go ahead and upgrade a character from 0 to essentially level 50? Now, I'm not talking about the power level, I'm talking just raw level 50. Let me know in the comment section below how long that would take you on average. I mean, from like current or recent experiences. I'm very curious to know, because what this patch does is introduce a lot of new features that are very interesting. But then on top of that, we have a brand new look at another brand new MCU skin that is coming to this game, which is really cool. So stick around to the end of the video, because we've got so much stuff to cover regarding all the heroes cosmetics in general as well, because, well, the new update introduces, like I said, a bunch of new things. Now, as always, don't forget to check out today's sponsor, which is Instant Gaming. They do a bunch of brand new games for an unbeatable price, so check out that link in the description below. Now, diving into the patch notes, like I said at the start of the video, you got the Red Room Takeover event. Most of you guys know what that is already. You then got the champion system. Again, most of you know what that is already. Just to quickly bring you up to date, and a very long story short, is that it's for people that have maxed out all their characters. This is the next step, basically. That's all. Now, you guys know how I've been banging on about Hero Catalyst being a big thing, because you can essentially, in somewhat way, like piggyback off your buddies to go ahead and upgrade your levels, or when it comes down to your characters in general, a lot quicker than usual. And this is why I asked that question at the start of this video, as to, you know, how long does it take you to, you know, level up a character on like an average basis, I guess you could say. Now, the Hero Catalyst is what's been introduced in this patch, and what it says is, as a complement to the champion system, we are also introducing Heroes Catalyst. Now, these increase the amount of XP that you will earn, and these will occasionally be available for free to retrieve from the marketplace, and we are looking at other ways for you to earn them as well. Now, Hero Catalysts are a great way to catch up to friends or to level up any heroes that haven't reached level 50 yet. So this is going to be huge. I mean, this is something that has been discussed when it comes down to missions as well. When it comes down to like, okay, well, how rewarding is this going to be? And if so, what is the reward going to be like? Like, how much of an impact will it make to my gameplay experience? And this is ultimately that next level. So I don't know, is that a yay or nay for you guys? Let me know in the comments below. I do think it's a good move in my opinion, but I'll leave you guys to decide that. Now, other than the bunch of like notes when it comes down to fixes and glitches and bugs which they've gone ahead and resolved, and I'm going to leave the link to the full article in the description below, towards the very end, they did go ahead and add something called developer comments, and this is regarding even more new features that this game has to offer simply through this patch. So what it says under developer comments is, we have made a number of improvements for gear in an effort to make gear drops more impactful and more consistent. Now, these include improvements to drops from enemies, missions, chests, as well as what vendors sell as well. We are dropping less non-useful items, but the items we are dropping are much more likely to be useful. The net effect of this change is that it's faster to increase power level, although the number of items from enemies will ultimately be lower. Now, what it says is, we have more exciting improvements to gears coming, but we wanted to get these to you as soon as possible. Now, I just want to quickly point out 4 of them. So the first one is that all chests have had minor artifacts added as possible drops. Gold chests will no longer award common items, which again was a huge problem. It really just defeats the, I guess, object when it comes down to finding a gold chest and actually having nothing that's going to be impactful, so that's good. Then it says bronze and silver chests have a reduced chance at granting a common item, and then you have branded gear has a better chance of giving that brand's preferred attributes. Now again, that is pretty huge in my opinion. All of these things may sound like a small adjustment, but this ultimately is what takes that gameplay experience to the next level, and just gives you more of a reason to play, right? Especially when you take a look at a new feature and having the reason to level up your characters to level 50 now to go ahead and of course get your champion system points or skills in place to just further upgrade your team. So that's all of that when it comes down to the new patch. Now what's interesting is the brand new MCU skin. This is coming for Hulk, and they done an official tweet that states, "This is an absolute win. Inspired by the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Hulk's Marvel Studios Avengers Endgame outfit shows a time when Bruce and Hulk were as one. Get it in the marketplace on May 20th, which of course is the date that we're going to be getting the Red Room takeover. Now, what do you guys think about this? Again, we're getting a lot of comments regarding the here and that, all that, I guess, kind of like, unneeded like complaints are coming through again, right? But I mean, for me, I'm not gonna lie, like I don't really have Hulk as a character where I can say he's like my go-to hero in the game. However, when it comes down to MCU skins, especially the endgame ones, these are an absolute no-brainer. I think this does look very, very well. Again, it's just about seeing that in action. Now, what's also interesting is that it seems like we've got a ton of other stuff for other characters in this game. So basically, every skin that has been released, it now seems like you can go ahead and essentially see like a catalog for every skin that's available for them. Now, I could be wrong, but so far, and I've actually seen a lot of other people state this as well, that it's basically, as it stands right now, almost every single skin that has been released. So let's just use Iron Man as an example. You can now go ahead and see the outfits, and rather than wait for, of course, the weekly reset and so forth, this is just an option and a feature for you to just simply roll in and grab all the outfits if needed be. Now, on top of that, what's interesting is we got loads of Reed's colors, I guess you could say, especially for Hawkeye, although this one really stood out to a lot of people, and I think it really does look good. So I want to leave what your thoughts are, well, I want to see what your thoughts are on this in the comments below. Is it something that you're kind of good with? Is it something that you feel needs a lot more of improvement? I mean, skins in general, how do you feel like we are doing with them so far? In terms of the direction, would you say we're headed in the right way, or would you say it's kind of like, I guess you could say, very much draining, where you don't feel like there's a significant change enough with majority of the skins? Let me know how you feel. Personally, I mean, sure, there's a lot of recolors for the same style of a skin, but I mean, so far when you take a look at the variety now, especially with that feature to see what's being released for them, you can kind of go ahead and say, well, okay, they do look half decent, to be fair. But I mean, leave your thoughts on that in the comment section below, and that's going to wrap up this video here. So as always, go ahead and check out the previous videos if you haven't already. We've been doing a ton of stuff for Black Panther's release date and Spider-Man's release date for the DLCs, so go ahead and check those out if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, have yourselves a ridiculously amazing day, and adios amigos.